Hello everyone. Today we will continue our lesson on measuring lines and angles. Today we are going to talk about parallel, perpendicular and intersecting lines. First, can you tell me where have you seen this sign? Yes, you are correct. You've seen them in hospitals, in pharmacies, medical shops, medical camps, anywhere where there are doctors. This is called the Red Cross. Can you draw this sign? You can use the next couple of minutes to draw this sign in your notebook. You can pause the video as you are drawing it. How was your drawing? Does it look good? What makes your drawing look good? The cross is made of two sets of straight lines like this. If you extend these lines that you have drawn, they are never going to meet each other. The lines are perfectly straight and they never meet each other. Also, the angle that you can see between these sets of lines are 90 degrees. If you have drawn the picture like this, your drawing would be perfect. This brings us to our objective today. We will be able to identify what are intersecting, perpendicular and parallel lines and should be able to draw them. So we are going to first identify and then we should be able to draw them. Intersecting lines. When two lines meet each other at any angle, they are called intersecting lines. The two lines will meet at a point. Perpendicular lines. When two or more lines meet each other and the angle between them is 90 degrees, they are called perpendicular lines. Parallel lines. The lines that never meet each other, even if we extend them as far as we can. Can you remember the cross that you just drew and identify the types of lines that would make the cross perfect? Quickly take your notes from this screen. Where in real life can you see intersecting lines? Can you find out? There are many, but for example, a pair of scissors. They are made of these two intersecting lines. Where in real life can you see perpendicular lines? Again, you can see perpendicular lines in many places. I have given the example of a table where the angle between the legs and the top of the table is 90 degrees. They are perpendicular to each other. Where in real life can you see parallel lines? The railway tracks. The railway tracks never meet each other. They are always parallel to each other. This is the best example of parallel lines. Here's a question for you to think. Are perpendicular lines also intersecting lines? Yes. Intersecting lines with an angle of 90 degrees between them are perpendicular lines. For example, the scissors that we saw were made of intersecting lines. What happens if you keep on opening the scissors? They keep on opening till the angle between them becomes 90 degrees. The two lines become perpendicular. They are still intersecting lines, but they are also perpendiculars. If two parallel lines meet, what will be the angle between them? We just said that two parallel lines can never meet. So how can two parallel lines meet? They can only meet when we put the lines on top of each other, and the angle between them will be 0 degrees. Very good if you got this right. Now let us look at some of the figures and find out which lines these figures have. We are not talking about intersecting lines here because all lines in figures would mostly be intersecting. First, a square. What are the different kinds of lines it is made of? There are these two lines and the vertical ones, and they are both parallel lines. So, a square is made up of parallel lines. What is the angle between these two lines? It is 90 degrees. So, a square is also made up of perpendicular lines. What lines does a rhombus have? The horizontal lines are parallel to each other. The vertical lines are parallel to each other. What is the angle between them? It is not 90 degrees. So, a rhombus is only made up of parallel lines. If the angles in a rhombus becomes 90 degrees, then a rhombus becomes a square. What lines does a trapezoid have? The horizontal lines in this picture are parallel to each other. What about the vertical lines? They are not parallel to each other, as we can already see. So, a trapezoid is made up of parallel lines only. What lines does the ladder have? Can you spot? There are the ropes, which are two sets of vertical parallel lines. The ladder rungs each are parallel lines as well. They do not meet each other. What about the angle between the rope and the rungs? They are all 90 degrees. So we can say a ladder is made up of parallel and perpendicular lines. What is the line formed by the arms of a clock when it is 3 o'clock? The angle between them is 90 degrees. So, they are made up of perpendicular lines. That is all about intersecting lines, perpendicular lines, and parallel lines. I hope you can start identifying them when you see them. Now let us see if you can draw them. Here is an activity for you. Try to see if you can draw a picture based on these instructions. Draw a circle with center O. Line AB is a tangent to the circle. Do you remember what a tangent is? Look back at your lesson on circles and you will find out. Line CD passes through center O. CD is parallel to the line AB. Ray EF is another tangent to the circle. EF is perpendicular to the line AB. EF and AB are intersecting lines. They intersect at the point E. EF and CD are intersecting lines. They intersect at point X. Line GH is another tangent. GH and AB are intersecting lines. GH and CD are intersecting lines. GH and EF are intersecting lines. Does it sound very complicated? Try to break it down into small steps and draw a picture. We will discuss this in class tomorrow.